my dad worked in Las Vegas a lot, so my family, we would go with him, we would travel with him, we spent a lot of time there. And nannies were expensive, so my parents hired a prostitute to watch us. Yeah, at first, I thought she was a waitress, right? Because she kept talking about tea bags and tossing salad. Let me just, one moment, just let you kind of take that in and. That's vodka. Yeah, and then other times, my uncles came to babysit, okay? My uncles. Uncle Jimmy the Poodle, Uncle Lefty the Chin Garbanzo Bean. Oh, and then my sweet Uncle Vito, right? And he was there one night when, he babysat and I lost one of my baby teeth. And the next morning I woke up and under my pillow was a stack of cash, half a dozen cannolis, and a lovely note signed Uncle Vito, the Tooth Fairy Gambino. That was great. And God came and he left. I was going to do a whole sermon here, even though I'm Jewish, but they ruined that for me now. That was the rest of my act. So we're going to be here till about 4 o'clock in the morning while I think of other material. So yeah, I have 2 boys. I believe with this guy, although one of them is questionable. I have 2 boys. What's his name and the other one? No, they're great. They're great kids. Ethan is 23 and Harrison is 20. And honestly, I love those guys. I really do. Being a mom, just get emotional. Being a mom means so much to me. Like I said, I love them, but not as much as I love my pills. Actually, God, right now, I want to see my Xanax starting to wear off, and I want to make sure it's still in my system when the Ambien kicks in. So, yeah, I'd say right this minute I have so many pills in my purse. I don't even call it a purse. I call it Andy Dick. Yeah, it's an $8 purse from Walgreens with a street value of 50 grand. Well, at a certain age, I'm gonna be honest, at a certain age, 38, it becomes impossible for me. Thank God, most of you did not laugh. It becomes impossible to lose weight, okay? It just does. So I started Weight Watchers. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Weight Watchers, of course. It's based on points, and you would get like 35 points for the day, and then you would get a bunch of extra points, right? So it was great. I mean, I could eat an entire garbage plate and still lose 5 pounds in a day, right? Right? See? Yeah. I'm never leaving this town. I love it here. I love it. This is my town. Right? Okay, now there's a new Weight Watchers, okay, and they call it WW, right? Like we're morons and we don't know that that's Weight Watchers, right? It's WW. So now, when I want to eat a quarter pounder with cheese, it's 35,000 points and I can't eat again until October. All right, I used to be able to spend the day eating, a bucket of pizza, and now a slice of pizza is a breadstick with a cherry tomato on top, right? Jesus, okay? Now I can only eat the Domino's receipt. Yeah. But here's where I fail. I have 2 loves in life. Ed and bread. All right? Thank you. This bread, that's right, bread. I love bread, okay? Any kind of bread. French bread, sourdough bread, cornbread, any kind of bread. So, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, Ed says to me, we live in LA, and he says, You won't believe it. This place opened up down the street, and it's called the Bread Lodge. Okay, so I'm like hyperventilating. That's my dream, the Bread Lodge. Jesus, right? I mean, I picture what it's like a bread hotel. Okay, right? And I get there, you know, I can get to my room and I call housekeeping and I lay down and they pour, you know, bread dough on top of me with a brick of butter, right? I'm orgasming with the butter, like just jiggling up and down, right? It's like, calm down, Mindy. He has to say that to me all the time, like, calm down, Mindy. It's a bakery. All right, so I'm like, okay, fine. But I don't have much of a life when I go back to LA. This is it for me. This and the $7 I'm getting paid for 15 performances here. So, right, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna hang out there. I'm gonna hang out at the Bread Lodge. Well, I hang out there, okay, and I find out that their most famous dessert is bread pudding. All right, which I live for bread pudding, okay? It's my absolute most favorite thing, bread pudding. But it's not just bread pudding, all right? They cover it in chocolate, all right? Yeah. So it's, this is how a Jewish lady gets excited. So it's like chocolate bread porn, all right? It's like blowing Willy Wonka. I don't know where that came from, Steve. Just popped out of me, you know, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so obviously, you know, the bread diet, it's not working for me, and I gotta try something else, right? So I decide, Jesus, I gotta go into exercise, which I despise. What a surprise, right? I'm such an optimistic person. I hate everything, right? So I'm gonna do exercise. So in LA, there's this really big thing, and I thought, let me do this. It's called Soul Cycle. Right. No one knows what it is, right? Soul Cycle. First of all, what kind of a name is that, Steve? What is your name? Tim! That was the guy last night. Are you not the guy that sat here last night? Okay, Tim. Okay. Tim, Steve, Tim, he's gonna answer to whatever I call him. Okay, that's right, Tim. Like I care that it's Tim. Okay. You were up in my room very late last night. I didn't get the money on the dresser. So anyway, yeah, so it's called Soul Cycle, and I'm like, what kind of a name is that, Soul Cycle? You know, it's like something, I don't know, Gwyneth Paltrow made up one day when she was steam cleaning her uterus. Right? No, please, don't get me wrong. I love Gwyneth Paltrow, right? I mean, the woman shits crystals and kombucha, all right? She can do no wrong, right? She does Soul Cycle. No, what it really is, it's spinning, but they turn off the lights. So it's like Helen Keller spinning. All right? It's pretty much me. Take a moment for visualization. Yeah, it's pretty much me in a pitch dark room with 70 people rubbing up against me, so really very similar to when I was a prostitute in Reno. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna eat it all later, right, Tim? No. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, Tim, your wife is here, and that was horrible. And the bounty man is here, Lumberjack Lou is with you. Ooh. That was a terrible visual, and I don't know why I said it, Tim. I didn't know what I was thinking. That bounty guy is so damn sexy, and I just threw it onto you, Tim. Sorry. Okay, my train, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So, and the women in the class, right, they're so emaciated and weak. You know, dragging their kale IV drips, right? They can barely get on the bike. And then when they get on the bike, quinoa shoots out of their ass. Right? And they eat tofu in LA. What is it? What is it? It's white, it's bland, it's the Ryan Seacrest of food. Okay, it's ridiculous. And then the women, they also have, in the class, they often have these very large breasts, whether they're real or fake. Whether they're real or fake. And I'm thinking, in today's world, why do we have such harsh names for breasts? Like, knockers and tits and rack. Why can't we have sweeter names, like snowballs or puffies? And for the little ones, hors d'oeuvres. I call these my Duran Durans because they were big in the 80s. And I just want to get back to Tim and Lumberjack Lou for a minute because I really don't have much time left. I just want to tell you what it's like after you have kids with this man, all right? What happens is my little slice of heaven, it stretches out a little bit. I know, I'm sorry. You guys look away. And now, whenever I cough, I pee. Just a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit in my pants. Okay, so now, Ed, I have to send him to the store to get me feminine products, which he lives for, right, Ed? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Panty liners. Panty liners. He texts me from there. He's like, Mindy, I'm confused. I see panty liners with wings and Tampax with pearls. There's some kind of a variety pack with ranch dressing on the side. All right, Tim, Lumberjack Lou, and your lovely ladies look away. I'm gonna be honest, there's not a lot of traffic down here anymore, okay? It's kind of like an abandoned amusement park. The ride still works, but nobody wants to go on it. Like Ed, he tried to go down last night with, he thought he was Indiana Jones with a miner's helmet and a searchlight looking for the Holy Grail. Then this afternoon before the show, we thought we'd have a quickie and he went down with a crew of Teamsters and they found Dr. Fauci. I want to say this has truly been the best cruise ship that I have ever worked on. I'm Mindy Rickles. Thank you so much.
Mindy Rickles, everybody. Just tremendous. Let's hear it for Mindy